Hey, how are you doing today? So, Juan here. I am the creator of the immigration workshop where you can find different immigration related courses. A course that teaches you everything you need to know to write a powerful evaluation. One course is all about marketing, so you're able to fill your practice. And the last course is all about writing the evaluation so that you're specifically getting support with the components of the evaluation. For this video, I wanted to sit down and take some time today to kind of get into a subject that I don't think many of us really discuss out loud, and it's diagnosis. So, what if you have a diagnosis or you don't have a diagnosis? You have a strong diagnosis, maybe a weaker diagnosis. What do you really do with that in the evaluation? And I've spoken with many clinicians, many colleagues who work in this field of immigration work or writing immigration evaluations, if you will. And as clinicians, we have education in the importance of a diagnosis, the importance of making sure we provide not just a strong diagnosis, but an ethical one that we have a finding to. We see the presenting concerns. We've maybe utilized psychometric instruments to provide more validity to why we're utilizing this diagnosis. Now, in the work that you're doing with immigration, you may feel that you have to include one in there. And I kind of want to share with you why you may not always have to include one in there and how that may not impact or influence the decision that's going to take place later down the road. So in part, if we feel that we have to include a diagnosis, that may mean that we're putting too much weight into this sector of the evaluation. When maybe we shouldn't, right? And if a diagnosis does support, it does show that this individual meets symptoms or emotional distress that go beyond that of an individual without a diagnosis. However, that same foundation there can be illustrated in the evaluation or presented in the evaluation in a different manner, right? So that's kind of what I want to get into, where if you're working with a client and then you're sitting there, you're thinking to yourself, okay, this person just doesn't meet, let's say, post-traumatic stress disorder or F41.1 GAD, generalized anxiety disorder. They meet maybe a lower diagnosis, such as an adjustment disorder, or they don't really meet any of those diagnoses. What should I do here? Now, that's where I really want to encourage you to explore other domains of the evaluation that continue to give it weight. One of those domains has to do with a section that I included in my evaluation, which is called other areas of emotional impact connected to X, right? So in that section, what I do is I have other areas of emotional impact connected to X. And let's say X is safety in their native home, right? Let's say they are from Mexico, sorry, Spanish just kicked out there. Then you're going to look at a conversation with your client into their thoughts and feelings. How will they be impacted if they've lived here in the U.S. for 15, 20 years and they left their native home, Mexico, when they were 7 years old, and now they have to look at the idea of relocating. So you're looking at the emotional outage, if you will, the emotional output, the disclosures that are going to come out. You're also looking at still utilizing inventories to highlight what's taking place on an emotional level. And then you're looking at other components, right? These components that can give weight to evaluation that are not connected to the diagnosis may have to do with data, so statistics. Look up if it's safe to travel to that place. Look up safety. Look up the authority, right? So you're looking up the government there. Do they provide the same security that the government here would? You're going to research medical meaning, are there hospitals nearby? Are there outpatient therapy services? Will they be able to receive the same service that you're providing them right now? And if not, what type of implications are taking place? What type of emotional distress is taking place? So that's how, right, we as clinicians can feel not just more comfortable, but still be able to provide a very strong, ethical, inline evaluation that's going to support this individual who's seeking service without always reaching a diagnosis. I think, too, as a clinician, that gives us a sense of maybe not relief, but calmness, if you will. So I do hope that this video has been helpful. In the comments below, I have shared, if you're interested, the marketing course, which again really goes into how to fill your practice, how to do X strategies for marketing to bring in more clients to build stronger relationships with your referrals, how to make it long term, not just a short term thing. The other part of the course in this School of Immigration work is writing the evaluation, so that if you are good in all your components but you want more support in writing, that's the course for you. And the last one is everything you need to know. So that's if either you are a veteran working in the field or you just want to start in and get the ball rolling. that's the course you want to take to give you the tools, the skills, the education and knowledge you need to get the ball rolling and start this type of work. All right. So thank you for spending some time with me, and I hope that you keep supporting these individuals, keep supporting the people in your community. You're doing a really good job, and I want to thank you for